when there's so many guys and the board stalls because there's no sweepers or any kind of mass removal. Okay, so we opened a Frost Titan again, and I mean this card is stupid. There's really no way around that. I mean Sarah Angel is very good, but it's just not on the power level of Frost Titan, unfortunately. Like we have some good white cards, and we have the makings of like a good aggressive, red-white deck. So I'm actually not sure about this pick here. This is really tough. I don't know if we take Frost Titan and just go. I think I'm going to take the Sarah Angel. The Frost Titan's very powerful and definitely a game ender, but we don't have any really any ramp. I mean, blue-red is just it's a fine combo also, but we have a number of fairly strong white cards here. So I think I'm going to take the Sarah Angel. Might be incorrect, but yeah, it just that's one I'm not sure about. Alright, so here we are going to pick up... Okay, there's an Overrun. Wow. Yeah, Overrun is a beating. I mean, the card we're going to take here is Griffin Sentinel. But there is a lot of very powerful green here. Like Plummet, Sacred Wolf, Overrun. We could get the Veteran here, but I think Sentinel's actually better. Especially if we try to play the Griffin Rider. Okay, so I think here I want to pick up Arbalest Elite. It has a nice effect on the board. Like if you have the mana up, it just it can be very effective. Alternatively, I could pick up the Lava Axe and just kind of go that route. But I think that Arbalest Elite is. I'd like to try it out. Haven't played with it much. I think it's a decent card. Now, we do have quite a number of white creatures here. Pledge might actually randomly turn out to be pretty good for us. So I think for us, we could look at taking the Manolith if we want to like power out Sarah Angel. I don't really think we need to do that though. I think actually Mana Barbs is going to be the best card for this strategy. Like there's merit to like Tectonic Rift, but that would definitely table. Like Manic Vandal is fine also, but I think Mana Barbs is actually pretty well suited to this style of deck. Here, I mean, if we pick up more goblins, like Goblin Grenade is good, but we just don't know if we're going to have the goblins at this point. I've always been very impressed by Timely Reinforcements. Like, Griffin is fine. Hellhound is good. I think the Timely Reinforcements are actually the best card here. It's very easy to get into a situation where you have, less life or less creatures, and I mean, especially for like playing Mana Barbs, I think it's probably going to be the card we want. Here, definitely taking the Assault Griffin. I don't think it's close. So here, I mean, like here it's between Pride Guardian and Elixir. Like Elixir is like randomly good against like discard strategies or mill strategies. Pride Guardian is very good against like the aggressive like red-black deck or something like that. But like we already have we already have the Circle of Flame. I think I'm just gonna get the Elixir. I think it's a little bit of a better card. Because like a lot of the red-black deck is like creatures that are unblockable, so you want to be able to block. Be happy to grab a second act of Treason. Like we could defense the Plummet, but I mean I think this deck wants to play 2 acts of Treason. Here we just these are all I think we just probably just like defense the, I guess the Hideous Visage, or randomly get blown out by it. Not really sure that this deck wants to run Fling. Like I guess it could, but like the creatures aren't really big enough for Fling. Like Fling is much better like a red-green deck. So I think that like, I think I'm just gonna take the Sacred Wolf here. Just cut that. Definitely happy to pick up Lava Axe. Fits very well with this deck. I mean, like, Fire Breathing's not the worst to bring in like against like just illusions if you need to have something that targets, but you know we already have like Stave Off and Shock and whatnot. So I'm not super happy with this deck. I mean, it looks okay. I'm still just not sure about that Serra Angel versus Frost Titan pick. I just don't know about that. Okay, so what this deck needs here, I think pretty much what we need is Fire Slinger. I mean, he definitely is going to help this deck the most. Fire Slinger is quite good. Some very good green cards. We've got Cudgel Troll, Archdruid. I think we're kind of creature light. We actually need the Warhorse here. Like we've got 2 Acts of Treason. Like we don't want more creature pump. Yeah, we're sad to pass Cudgel Troll, but I think Warhorse is just what we need. And not close here. I think Shock is definitely better than Griffin. So sad to pass the Vampire Outcasts, but Shock is definitely good enough. Okay, and we definitely picked up our late game bomb with Volcanic Dragon. This card is quite insane. Like 4/4 Flying Haste is definitely very good. Not sure if we main deck the Elixir. Like Veteran, it's just fine here. It's pretty much exactly what we want to do. Like, Big Sphinx is insane. We could D that up, I suppose. Like we're already, well, I think I'm just going to take the Veteran here. Because we're probably not going to play the Siege Mastodon. We might, but don't think it's exactly what this deck wants to do. Like, Rusted Sentinel is kind of bad. I'm actually pretty happy with how this is shaping up. I mean, we have a very aggressive deck that, you know, can really take advantage of the early game. Like, Crimson Mage is exactly what we want here. Probably cutting Rusted Sentinel. Yeah, and actually, I think the Griffin Rider is going to be quite good here. I mean, we have, like, we could have picked up like the Peregrine Griffin at one point, but I think the cards we took over it were just better for what we wanted to do. So I mean, I don't know that I would play 2 of these, probably not. But I mean, I think 1 is fine. And Spirit Mantle is quite insane, so definitely grabbing that. I suppose here we really don't want to see. I suppose we don't care about. Probably want to cut like the Crocodile. I mean, we could pick up the Guardian just because it actually, like, if we run into like the super aggressive deck, it could be relevant. I mean, yeah. It's possible we should have just cut the Crocodile there. probably would have been better. Okay, so do we have enough goblins for grenade? We have 2 goblins. Guess not. Oromancer is probably okay. Get back Spirit Mantle. Yeah. It's okay. Wow, the green is just still coming. Yeah, just cut that. We could have picked up like the Dragon's Claw there, but don't think so. And Guardian's Pledge is gonna be quite nuts in this deck. Like especially if we go like Timely Reinforcements, like, it's gotta be a beating. I think with only 3 Griffins, we probably don't want to play Griffin Rider. Probably not good enough. Yeah, I mean, it might be okay. Alright, so I think this deck's going to be pretty fun. We'll be off to building here in a minute. Okay, so here's 24. I think that I'm going to start with Guardian's Pledge over Slaughter Cry, just because I think it's more of a blowout. I think I still want to run 23 land. Just trying to decide what we need to cut. I suppose like we could cut Oromancer just because the only target it has is Spirit Mantle. But at the same time, I mean, like, it's pretty good if we can recur that. Well, actually, that's not true. We can get Mana Barbs back too, so that's a little better. I guess we could like cut down to like 1 act of treason. Or I suppose we could just like board Timely Reinforcements in if we see, you know, a whole lot of, yeah, like a really fast deck. But I mean, it's pretty easy to activate Timely Reinforcements, and it's definitely a good card. This is interesting. I think maybe I'm gonna try 1 act of treason. I think that, I mean, we can always board into more. This looks good. I suppose we really could just run 16, but like we want to be able to go first and still have land, so I think 17 is gonna be a little bit better. 10-7. Yeah. Maybe we just do run 16. What do we have in red? 10-7 looks... Well, we could go like 9-7. I think like we don't have that much that spends mana outside of just attacking. Like we have Crimson Mage and Lavamancer. So I think we want like a high threat density. So I think I'm going to go 9-7 and put the Act of Treason back in. Yeah, I think it's just going to work a little bit better for us. We could put in the Griffin Rider, I suppose. I mean, over the second Act of Treason. But like, if we don't draw one of these other Griffins, it's pretty bad. Yeah, I think we'll just go like this. Alright, we will see you for round 1. You know, actually, I think I'm going to take out 1 Act of Treason and put in the Griffin Rider instead. Just because, I mean, we have the Guardian's Pledge, so it gets a little bit more value there.